And a quick look now at Africa's sports, and the South African cricket test side may well be a top-ranked team in the world, but they've recently come under fresh criticism for a lack of transformation on the side. The governing body, Cricket South Africa, is looking to do more in changing that, and on Friday, the first-class competitive cricket returns to the townships. CCTV's Dan Williams reports from Mamelodi Township.
The Mamelodi Township near Pretoria, home to around 1 million people and one of the country's most successful football teams, the Mamelodi Sundowns. But the township is about to witness a top-level match from a different sport as cricket enters the fray. Although the cricket facilities are well established, for the first time, two top franchises, the Titans from Pretoria and the Johannesburg-based side, the Highveld Lions, will go head-to-head here as they look to expand the appeal of the game.
It's a big thing for cricket in general in the Gauteng area, bringing the game to the people, kids, the main focus for the kids around here is soccer. We want to try to get them more into cricket, and then hopefully like this they'll see professional cricketers, some Protea players playing on Friday as well, give them that push just to keep on going and to push further on in their careers as well.
Aaron Pangiso knows better than most the challenges of rising up from the townships to first-class cricket, having made that journey himself a few years ago.
Yeah, I grew up in a township called Soshanguve. It's 35 minutes away from here, and hopefully these boys, seeing some of us here around, they will actually have that belief that everything is possible, and they can also achieve the same thing that a couple of guys have achieved from the townships.
For the youngsters who took part in a coaching clinic, this was an experience that gave them real hope for the future.
Kids of these days, they love cricket a lot. Because now I'm on holidays and I'm coming to practice here at Mum's, and I've seen new kids coming to practice. They say they want to play cricket, they want to become future stars.
The issue for South African cricket is that since readmission in 1992, just 5 black African players have represented the Proteas at test level. Clearly that figure is unacceptable, and the governing body is starting to address that, and these matches can only help the cause.
The more players that play, African players, the more chances that we see them come through, at the Proteas level, and that's what we need, just more players and more players just taking part every weekend, club cricket, franchise levels and amateur levels.
Cricket South Africa may have been slow to expand the game into the townships, but that attitude appears to be changing. The Proteas are currently ranked the #1 test team, but imagine the country's future talent pool if they can expand into areas like this. Dan Williams, CCTV, Mamelodi, Pretoria.
Now, 19-year-old Mohamed Aman of Ethiopia addressed the press back home days after he won the 800 meters gold in the just concluded World Athletics Championship in Moscow. Now, many Ethiopians were anticipating the race to take place in the presence of David Rudisha of Kenya, who holds the record of the distance at present. However, Rudisha had to back out due to injury. Speaking at the press conference, Mohamed said he was excited to be the person who changed the history of the country's middle distance race results, adding that Moscow had changed his entire career. Mohamed insisted his future plan is to run in the 1500 meters race, but before that, he wants to win the upcoming Diamond League in Brussels.
Ahead of me, there's a Diamond League tournament in Brussels and there's another race in Bali. So I will participate in both of the races, and I trust I will win there as well. I have the most points in the league and hope we'll continue winning there.
Well, some football news now, and the first trophy of the new Spanish season will come down to a one-game showdown after a great first leg of the Spanish Super Cup between reigning La Liga champions Barcelona and Copa del Rey champions Atletico Madrid. Atletico looked poised to take the win, but Barca's Brazilian purchase Neymar would score his first competitive goal for Barca to salvage a draw. Barcelona go into most matches as favourites, and despite the quality of the opposition, this match was no different. But it was all about Atletico in the first half. A lovely team move setting Arda Turan free out on the left. There's no foul given here, and Turan crosses to David Villa, who hits it first time. A wonderful volley from the Spanish star Villa scoring against his old side to put Atletico 1-0 ahead. A great effort with the ball coming across his body, and he connects with it perfectly. After Barca star Lionel Messi went off at half-time with a thigh injury, Barcelona's hopes up front dressed on Neymar as he came on, and he would make a difference in the 66th minute after arriving at the back post to head in this cross to equalize for the Catalan side. Unmarked, he has the run on the defender and gets there first, powering it home. The final score in Madrid, 1-0, setting up a Camp Nou Leg 2 showdown. And that's all for this edition of Africa Live. Remember, you can stay in touch with Africa Live on Twitter using the handles at CCTV News Africa. You can also visit our Facebook page, CCTV Africa. Thank you for watching. I'm Beatrice Marshall in Nairobi. Up next, the World News Update from Beijing. Bye-bye.